This dog would look at the manhole every time they went for a walk. His owner had no idea why until she opened it and was shocked by what was inside. In a small, quiet town in Oregon, there was a beautiful and smart German shepherd named Max. He was very well behaved and loved to be seen around the neighborhood. Whenever his owner took him for a walk, people would stop frequently to pet him and feed him. But one day, for a strange reason, these peaceful walks changed. One evening, as Jessica was walking with her dog, Max suddenly stopped a few stores away from the butcher shop. He began barking and focused his attention on the manhole. His barking was so loud that people nearby became frightened. Jessica didn't understand why was the German shepherd acting so strangely. He barked and barked at the manhole, refusing to move forward. After several attempts to get him to walk, Max finally followed his owner, leaving the manhole behind. Jessica felt relieved and happy that her dog had returned to his usual self. After this incident, they returned home. Jessica continued to worry about her dog's unusual behavior. She told her husband, Daniel, what had happened. Since he wasn't there, he couldn't imagine how shocking the dog's behavior had been. He told Jessica not to worry, suggesting that Max might have seen some small rodents in the manhole and got excited. But this explanation didn't satisfy Jessica much. Still, she felt that she should move on and not think about it again. The next morning, they went out again for a walk around the neighborhood. This time, Jessica paid special attention as they passed by the same manhole. But this time, the dog didn't bark. Instead, he sat in the middle of the street next to the sewer. For several minutes, he stared into the manhole without moving an inch. Jessica was shocked once again by her dog's strange behavior. She tried to look into the sewer from where she stood, but couldn't see anything. After making Max stand up, they went back home. This behavior continued for 3 days, and every time Jessica took Max on a walk, he would stop at the manhole and look down. He would sit and observe. One evening, Jessica was walking again along their usual route with her dog. The dog happily ran alongside his owner as they walked toward the butcher shop. This time, Max only briefly stopped at the manhole, but he didn't stop for long. When they reached the store, Jessica happily bought Max's favorite sausages. However, when she opened the can to feed him, the dog did something he had never done before. Max was a well-behaved dog and knew how to act. So, when he grabbed the sausages and ran off, Jessica was shocked and terrified. With few people on the street, chasing her fast dog was a challenge. She started chasing him, and when she finally caught up, she couldn't believe her eyes. Max had returned to the same manhole. He sat at the narrow edge with the sausages still in his mouth, but he didn't eat them. Instead, he began throwing them into the manhole. What happened to this dog? Driven by curiosity to understand her dog's unusual behavior, Jessica quietly approached the pot, but even from that angle she couldn't see anything. After Max had thrown all the sausages into the hole, the woman sat on the ground and looked carefully inside. What she saw next shocked her. She had not expected such a sight. Without hesitation, Jessica pulled out her cell phone and called the fire department. Within about 15 minutes, emergency Services arrived on site. The firefighters asked Jessica to explain the situation and they decided to open the manhole immediately. But there was a problem. Near the manhole, there was no one except Max. He was growling at the firefighters in a threatening manner, as if he was clearly warning them to stay away. The assistants didn't know what to do. Finally, with Jessica's help, they managed to calm the dog and moved him a few meters away so that the firefighters could work in peace. The firefighters brought several tools and soon they removed the metal bars blocking the drain hole. After removing the cover, they were able to take a closer look inside. Meanwhile, a crowd gathered around, watching the dog's behavior and wondering what was going on. After a few minutes of silent waiting, the firefighters finally revealed what Max had been seeing and trying to protect. One of them climbed into the sewer and pulled something out. It was alive. Everyone was shocked when they were told what it was. It was a small kitten, no more than a few weeks old. And the surprise was that the story didn't end there. The firefighter descended into the sewer 4 more times. Each time he raised his hand, holding another small kitten about the same size and age. The onlookers were extremely shocked, gasping every time the firefighter pulled out a new kitten. Jessica was stunned, too. At first, she had seen only 2 kittens in the sewer, and it was a surprise to her that there were 4. The kittens had been stuck in the sewer for 3 days. Before Max discovered them, they were suffering from hypothermia, and they were extremely weak and exhausted. They were immediately taken to the vet who examined their condition, and then they were placed in an animal shelter. How the kittens ended up in that place could not be known for sure. Perhaps the heavy rain had washed them into the sewer. Dear friends, if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more heartwarming tales.